Hi class, Mrs. Calvi here. Quick review on calculating tax and tip. So calculating tax and tip is just like calculating commission. You are calculating a percentage of a number, okay? So same concept. Here it says if the sales tax rate is 7.75%, how much tax would Mecca pay if she bought a portable DVD player for $145.80 and two DVDs for $15.99 each? Okay. So again, just as I said in the commission video, you have to make sure you are answering what they are asking. So it says, how much tax would she pay if she bought a portable DVD player for $145.80 and two DVDs for $15.99? So we just want to know what the tax is. Sometimes they're going to say to calculate the tax and then also to tell how much she paid in all. But here they are just asking for how much she paid for sales tax. All right, so what we're going to want to do is we first have to find out the item she's purchasing. So she is buying a DVD player for $145.80. And then she is also purchasing two DVDs at $15.99 each. That's important. She's buying two. So $15.99 times two. If you take that and multiply that by two, the two DVDs would come to $31.98, right? So all I did was I took the $15.99 for one, multiplied that by two, and got the $31.98. All right. So I have to first calculate how much these items would total up to be. So when I do that, I end up getting $177.78. So that's how much the items cost before sales tax. Now they're telling us that wherever she lives, the state rate for her sales tax is 7.75%. Now remember, just as we did for commission, we want to change that percentage into a decimal. So 7.75%. I'm going to take the decimal, move it two places to the left, drop my percent sign. So here, moving my decimal two places to the left, 1, 2. I need a placeholder. So 7.75% is equivalent to 0.0775 as a decimal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this $177.78, that was the cost of all of the items, and I now need to multiply that, right? Now we do not line up decimals when we multiply. I'm going to multiply that, right, by the decimal, the decimal equivalent to the percentage. So now when you take this and you do this in your calculator, you would end up getting 13, I'm going to squeeze it in, 13.77795. Okay, so now this is money, so listen very carefully. Whenever we have money, we round to the nearest hundredths place. So I'm going to underline the hundredths place, which is that 7. Draw my arrow to the 7 next to that. This 7 tells me that this 7 has to go up to an 8. So that this rounds to $13.78. That is how much she paid in tax. Okay, so she paid $13.78 in tax. Now, let's just say this also asked us, how much did she pay in all? Well, you have to take the amount the items were, add the tax to it, and then that would tell us how much she paid in all. So let's find out how much she paid in all. Even though they're not asking that question, let's actually answer that. Do it up here. Okay, so we would take the $177.78. We would add the tax of $13.78. And we would get how much she paid in all for the items with tax included. When you actually do that, you would end up getting, so let's see. She would end up paying $191.56 total. So this is how much she would have to pay for the DVD player, 2 DVDs, and tax included. Okay, so calculating tip would be the same exact thing. You would calculate tip in the exact same way. So let's say you went out to dinner and you wanted to tip the server, right? Every year I get students that are like, I don't understand why we have to tip someone. Well, they're providing a service to you, right? They're bringing you your food, they're providing a service. So it's nice to tip, okay? So let's say that you went out to dinner and the bill came and your dinner was $25.36. Now, when it comes to tip, you basically tip what you want to tip the person, okay? Typically 15% is a nice tip. I tend to give 20 just because it is easy math, right? So 20% converting to a decimal. Where's my decimal in 20%? Well, my decimal's at the end because I don't see it. Move it 2 places to the left. That's equivalent to 0.20, right? So I would multiply this by 0.20. But mental math, if you do $25.36 times 2, that would actually give you your tip, okay? So if you wanted to maybe round this up to $26 and multiply that by 2, that would be a quick way to get your tip, doing it in your head. So in that case, I know 520, or 26 times 2 is 52, right? So basically that means $5.20 in a tip, okay? But if you wanted to actually do the actual tip and calculate what 20% is of $25.36, you would end up getting this as your amount. And of course, with money, you know we round to the hundredths place. So your tip would be $5.07. I did quick math here, right? So I rounded the 25 up to 26, and I multiplied that by 2. 26 times 2 is 52. That would be $5.20. Okay? So remember, tip is an amount you wish to give. There's not a mandated amount that you have to. Whereas sales tax, you have to pay a certain amount of sales tax. It's a little different. Okay. So in this case, if you were going out to dinner and you wanted to know how much you were paying and you were giving a 20% tip, you would take that bill of $25.36. Let's say you tipped $5.07. You would add these two together to see how much your total bill would end up being. Okay. That is it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon.